just want to say, while we're on the topic of New Zealand and Laurel Hubbard in particular, about 18 months ago, there was a protest organised by Posey Parker outside the New Zealand Embassy, and it was the tail end of lockdown, and we went there to do our protest. To be honest, on a Sunday, it was absolutely dead. As you can imagine, on a Sunday in lockdown, there was nobody there, but we were there anyway, live streaming, giving it our all. And then around the corner came a huge demonstration, and it was from Save Our Scene. It was organised by Danny Rampling, and it was a load of ravers, young people deprived of an opportunity to get together during lockdown. We're protesting about the way that clubs and pubs and bars and nightlife was basically being killed off by all these really illiberal lockdown policies. There must have been about, I don't know, like 2,000 of them. Anyway, they were passing by for about an hour, and I tell you what, the support and the love that we got from these ordinary young working class kids was absolutely phenomenal, and it was a real testament to the fact that despite what the media likes to portray and to make out like maybe this is a culture war, this is not a thing that only right-wing people care about, only old people care about, people out of touch with society, it's not true. Young people are on our sides. They're not young people that are out there having fun, not terminally on their phones all the time. They're with us. The people are with us. And I think sometimes when we go out and try and have these discussions, there's always a fear of how somebody's going to react to us, how they're going to respond, and if they're going to call us a transphobe, but basically try and ruin our lives. So I just think we should bear that in mind when we're going out and having these discussions, especially sport. I think it's one of the areas where even people who are generally on side with a lot of the trans right agenda, they can see that it's not fair when you've got some big hulking guy just stood there and a woman next to him. Like the visual metaphor, it's not even a metaphor really, is it? But the visuals are there and people can see it. So I think one thing is that sport is a really good topic to bring up if you're unsure about how to start it with people. It's a nice icebreaker, and again, you know, you have to be quite an extremist to think that it's fair for like a man who's done nothing to himself to compete against women. So I think it can be a good icebreaker. Before we move on to speak about other issues.